Hello everybody, and welcome back to Under Heaven. We're going to work, I think. Is that what we're doing? We just kind of left our place, saw our roommate. I assume that was our roommate, Alex? Is that their name? It's been 5 minutes. I already can't remember. It's fine. Look. It takes me like several interactions to remember someone's name. You should have seen me back in school, guys. I wouldn't remember my classmates' names. Like, ever. I would refer to them by other things. Or make up names for them. Oh, Steve. Do I remember his actual name? Nah. He was Steve to me. Anyway, yeah, we're just gonna go do things, right? I step out into the glare of midday, waiting for my eyes to adjust. The sun's shining at the top of the solar column, shedding bright white light. The house is on the inner edge of the disk. Oh, that's what that says. Okay. Okay. Close enough to the drop-off into the well that, even at ground level, I can see down into. Had to imagine what that actually, meant. There's a bit of a haze hanging over the well, practically over the busy areas nearest the solar column, but visibility is still good enough to see across the well to the other side of the disk, and then up to the terrace wall? Is that what that says? Terrace wall of the wow. Words are getting away from me. Wreath district above. Words are getting there, guys. We are getting there. No worries. It's a good view and a decent place to live, all told. Supposedly, this house was among some of the first stock built on the disk. Which is to say, now it's kind of shit and half falling apart. At least the rent hasn't gone up too much recently. It's a bit of a walk to the bus stop. I reach back and slot my mobile interface into the back of my neck. No new messages. And nothing especially interesting on the news. There's some rain scheduled later. I hope Alex remembered to bring his bike in. He always complains about the... detergent in the rain not playing well with his bike's paint. There is a bit of time before the bus arrives. Without anything in particular to do, I just take the time to savor my coffee and protein bar. Mint, my favorite. Still just a protein bar, but, I gotta enjoy the small things. You never know what tomorrow's gonna bring. A clean right's is a ways away, that's what it says. And neither my work nor the house are really on the more fashionable parts of the disk. I'm headed to a pretty out-of-the-way official office park. That's what that says, office. I suppose there's a benefit to working a late shift in an older office. The bus isn't too crowded. Small things. Gah. What is this little lounge area? How many coffee machines do they need? Okay. Look, I've never worked anywhere with this big of a back room type thing. The places I've worked have always had just there's a room over there, there's a fridge and a microwave, but never what is all this? And you get natural sunlight? What is that? I say natural sunlight in quotes, right? In quotes. Just you get to see outside is what I mean. It is what it is. I badge in without issue. The break room's on the way to the bullpen, and it looks like Clyde's already part way through a shift. Might be a hell of a shift, judging by how disheveled the middle-aged wolf looks, as he slowly sips the water. Oh, look at this man. He's a tired pupper. He sees me coming, holding up a hand to wave as he swallows and sets the cup down. Morning, afternoon. What time even is it? 1:30 or so. That bad, huh? Christ! What? Anitas? Leave me out. Still out on a leave. Charles still sick. And you know Russell just pretends not to hear it. I nervously glance out the break room door, but the leopard in question, our boss, is seated behind the glass walls of his office, across the other end of the bullpen. Sure, but didn't we cancel those wedding cleanup contracts because we're short-handed and all? Clyde, yes. That is. I'm like, what is this? Why is there a Y in the middle of this name? It's Clyde, right? Look, names are hard, guys. Names are hard. Glances out the door, too, before turning back to me and hissing in a low voice. The whole thing. He got them reinstated. Joyce tipped me off. He went on a whole thing about, oh well, the guidelines are just guidelines. His team can handle the load. His team? It's not his ass having to split across 8 drones at once. I'll tell you that much. You have to be joking. Wouldn't be much of a joke if I was. I'm barely gonna break even paying for the extra daycare hours. He heaves a deep sigh. Yeah. Sorry, I had to look over at something. Taking another sip of water. But what can you do? No sense in wallowing in things that aren't gonna change. Well, maybe one of the terrace managers does something eventually, if he keeps pulling this kind of thing. To his credit, he's too polite to call me an idiot. Well, brace yourself. That's all I'm saying. Hopefully I'll be out of here before you're on break, so take it easy if I don't see you later. No, sorry, that's Clyde again. I'll remember how these, the color of the names and things. I keep just seeing the green bar on the side and going, that's the protagonist, right? Sorry, guys. You too. Later. What is this? What? Oh, good. We just have a little like scotch taped like note. It's like, this is your cubicle. There you go. No nameplate needed. I don't need nothing fancy. We can just scribble it on a piece of paper. I make my way out into the main office. Looks like Russell's on a call, so I get a little reprieve. I badge into the vacant pod, settling down into the operator chair and turning my back towards the aisle. I can't really do anything until Russell's done. I'm clocked in, so I guess I should enjoy getting paid to do nothing, but it's not hard to be annoyed by the hurry up and wait feeling. I drum my fingers idly on my thigh, still no new messages. I don't go through it quickly, but it's been long enough for me to finish my coffee. About what Lark was saying earlier, maybe I just need to... Oh, hello. Oh, this guy. Julian! Just who I was hoping to see. You won't believe how much the terrace office is forcing on us. We're going to need our star operator. Oh, fucking course. Afternoon, Russell. I'm ready to go when you are. I turn toward him, hoping to bring up the reinstatements, but he quickly steps behind me. Wasting no time, I face forward as he prepares, awkwardly forced to listen without having him in my field of vision. It could have been much worse, you know. I pushed back as hard as I could, but you get how it is. Let's get you set up and running, huh? You've got a busy day ahead of you. Oh, hey now, Julian. Fuck. I wince as he yanks my interface out without asking, dropping it on the table, briefly sending static across my vision. No interface usage on the job, Julian. You know that. Anyway, it's time to get to work. I shift slightly in my seat, lining up the ports on my spine with the open spaces running down the back of my chair. Russell crouches down with the first cable and slots it into my lower back. You know, the extra contracts wouldn't be any trouble normally, but we are still a little short.
And just between you and me, I think Charles milking things a bit. Just don't tell him I said that. You know he could get so touchy.
No, he doesn't. Russell works his way up my back, slotting the second cable in.
And you know, I'm happy for Anita, that's what that says, to have time with her baby. Maybe it's not the best time for it, career-wise, but it takes all kinds, huh? Got to work with what you've got.
He slots the third cable just under my shoulder blade. I shift slightly in the chair. I can feel the existing connections tug at me.
Easy there, big guy. I know you're roaring to get to it. Just give me a little longer.
Don't call me that.
Sorry, Julian. So, we really should get you a bigger chair. Scoot down just a little.
He's always says that, but here I am, in the same chair as ever. We seem like a real sad boy, you know? He seems like, I look at this Dearman, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna sound tired 24/7, and I would be the guy to just always smack him in the shoulder. Just like, hey friend, buddy, just shove. We're gonna go to ice cream today. We're gonna go get ice cream. I want eye cream. I always say eye cream, because I'm weird, and you know, gotta be quirky. when I'm with friends and I want ice cream, I'll like just shove somebody in the shoulder a bit, just be like, eye cream. Let's go get eye cream. I shift down slightly, bringing the highest port below the edge of the headrests that had been blocking it. I let him make the final connection. He pats and grips my shoulders after plugging me in. I can feel the clammy warmth of his fingers through the jumpsuit. I keep my eyes forward, my expression blank.
Anyway, glad I don't have to worry about that sort of thing for you, Julian. You're rock solid. You're not like them. You're dependable. Now, let's get you in there. Sounds good, Julian.
He moves to the console. I blink, slightly jolted by the boot up, and then try to relax as the usual diagnostics run the screen green one by one. With a nod to Russell, I initiate full system startup, that's what that says. The chair lowering so that I lie on my back. I look up at the low-hanging, large tiles on the drop ceiling overhead. I stare at a small water stain and wait.
All good to go. Good luck out there. I'm always so glad I can count on you, Julian.
The machine I'm connected to processes, computes, and takes the world away from me. Oh, there we go. We got so many things. Look, we got a few office spaces. I assume the top right is an office space, and I assume the top left is an office space. Or is that just someone's rather lavish living quarters? I can't really tell. And I guess we're at a football stadium. Is that football? Or is that baseball? It's football, right? I don't sports ball at all. And I guess a downtown area. Gotta clean up some dumpsters, I guess, some trash cans. Everything is stripped away. Rebuilding myself takes time. It's a far cry from the exchanging feeling of entering into another place. One where I'm myself, but more so. Instead, all sensations and my sense of self are pared down, reduced to more efficient conduits for raw data. I see the world, the real world, through the grainy, low-resolution vision of a set of cameras. Locations and tasks stream into my consciousness without sound. Looks like I have some street sweeping to do. 2 of our regular office contracts. Ah, I see. Yes. They are office spaces. And some stadium cleanup. Keeping Clyde's warning in mind, I throw myself straight into it. Time only holds meaning for a little while. The rapid pace doesn't leave much room for thought. I am a set of wheels, a readout of remaining glass, cleaning spray in the tanks, a constellation of sensors conveying only what specific information is needed to guide me through my work. Time, for what little it means, passes.
Julian, I hate to do this, but we're really going to need to pick up the pace today. And there's a few assignments coming your way. Take care of them, would you?
Oh. We got like 4 more? Wait. 5 more. I'm like, I can count. You know, it's 4 and 4 do not equal 9. You know. The input bandwidth increases. I see more, feel more, become less. Bright lights, loud noises. I have no eyes to close or ears to cover. I can't hear myself think. It's late in my shift now. It must be. I work, I clean. Time must be passing somewhere.
Russell, how long are we going to be burning through it this hard? I don't know if I can keep this up. We need to start figuring out anything lower priority we can drop. Janet's getting it soon. Don't you worry. It's just for a little while.
I must be breathing somewhere out there, but I can't breathe in here. Time must be passing, but I can't feel it. It has to be at least 4 hours into my shift, right? It has to be. I'm clinging to that thought when I feel the brush of contact as a line opens. That's what it says.
Russell, I need to take my break. I'm dying out here. So, bad news. Bad news time. It looks like Janet's out today.
I'm sorry to hear that, but this isn't
And you know how the numbers are looking this month, so I'm really sorry for this one. It's just going to be one of those shifts. But I know you're a real trooper, Julian. You've got this.
Russell, do not. Oh, look at how many more we got. We got like an extra. What is this? Like an extra 7 of those? Bruh. Julian gonna go down. He's not gonna be doing well, friends. He's not gonna be doing well. The flow of information becomes a deluge. I see. I try to swim in it, but I am drowning. I'm washing away. There are no words, no thoughts, no self. Why can't I breathe? Why? Aww. Did we go down? Did we go real down? Do I need to press a button? I'm gonna press a button. There we go. We're gonna need to go to, like, out to dinner after this. Like, raise this man's morale. Maybe he needs to go out for eye cream, you know? Okay. Oh, we have CPU standby mode. Establishing status. There we go.
Not my fault that he didn't take appropriate safety measures. I can't reasonably be expected to predict. Seriously, you're going to throw him under the bus for not pulling the override? He was all but having a fucking seizure, and the last time somebody actually punched out, you... I simply don't feel safe having this discussion. If you're going to take that kind of tone, if you feel that we have a post-mortem on of an incident, the appropriate venue for that conversation is... I groan. Somebody must have rolled me onto my side. These chairs aren't meant for it, and I think my arm's asleep. Oh, wait. I pry open my eyes and try to clear the uncomfortable buildup in my throat. The steady, pinging alarm is silenced with a thought. Oh, I appear to have vomited. You know, that happens. Julian! There, see? He's doing just fine. Julian! You had us worried. A fluorescent ache pounds somewhere in my forehead as I try to stir. What happened? That's such a good question. We're going to have to... You got overloaded.
He's an angry little guy.
Well, in any case, why don't you head home early? Don't worry, I'm not upset or anything. We might need to exclude a refresher on override procedures in the next weekly. But these things happen.
I try to rise. I can't make my limbs obey me. Are these arms and legs? This avatar mine? Is this me?
Jesus, he's fucked. And now let's just give it a little time.
2 more times I try and fail to rise before I can slowly lift my torso. Clyde must have left because now he's back carrying my thermos. Drink! The first taste of cold water is like life re-entering my body. I drink it greedily enough to choke and sputter, coughing briefly before taking another swallow. I shift, finally managing to sit up and bring my feet down to the ground. I think I should feel angry, but I'm too wrecked to feel much else.
Remember, if you feel any vertigo, and it's not going away, you need to call... Come on, Clyde. I'm sure he doesn't need us playing nursemaid. And your days off are coming up, aren't they? Guess you're getting an early start. See you back Thursday.
Is he expecting something? Words? Speech? Yeah, I remember. I think I remember.
Right. Thanks, Russell.
I don't want to say that. Why did I say that? Sometimes you just say things to end a conversation, right? Time drifts on the bus ride back. I see. I'm reading words. I drink from my thermos slowly, small sips while my head spins. It's a struggle to sit upright, let alone stand again when the bus reaches my stop. The path keeps twisting under my seat as I walk home. When I finally make it back, I'm not going to say it's the most glad I've ever been to see home, but it's up there. Oh, who's this friend? Amir? Oh, that was our other roommate, right? Watches something in the living room while I come in. He looks up when I enter, then double takes. This is a nice little living room. Look at this little place. That's cute.
Hey, what... Jesus, you look awful.
Feel worse.
What happened?
Busy workday and got overloaded. Think I passed out.
You what?
I wince at the sudden increase in volume, raising my hands placidly as he stands. It's fine. I ran checks on the way home. The fail-safe kicked in and before any lasting damage.
Oh, you only almost got maimed or worse. Your boss only almost put you in a fucking hospital. Julian, that ain't fine. Look, sorry for yelling, but you know how serious this shit is. You don't want to end up the same as me. The second they break you, they'll throw you away and slot a new part into the machine, right where you were. They'll replace you before the next shift. Good fucking luck getting what you're supposed to owe you when they do. Come on, Julian. Don't make my mistakes, please.
I wince a little at his raised voice. We got there. But he's right. I know, look. It's been a long day. I'll be careful next time. Hey, Amir. I wasn't trying to be insensitive about, your...
Don't. It's fine. If me getting stuck with a fucking burnt-down husk of a useless metal in my back is good for anything, maybe take it as a warning not to end up with the same. At least, that'd be something. Anyway, guess it was that prick, right? What's his name? Rob?
Russell.
Russell. Yeah, it was him. Well, fuck him. You were thinking about reporting him? I don't know. He must know where the bodies are burned or something. Management never wants to touch him. And I guess it's not like I have lasting damage to claim for. If I try to take it outside the company, it'll go nowhere.
Amir looks like he wants to argue. I try to divert him.
How's your claim going anyway? Isn't. Still got a couple caseworkers I'm supposed to keep harassing. Managed to make a full circuit of people telling me that it ain't their job, but I should bother the other guy. Huh, so which one always tells the truth, and which one always lies? Well, the loan repayment messages for the Gen 2s always get here on time. Think I could just rip them out and mail them instead of paying? They sure seem to think they're still worth a lot. Not like I use them.
Worth a shot. He chuckles, even though my response isn't that funny. We both know he's going to keep making payments on Gen 2 implants that don't work. Or he's going to try to, at least. And we both know I'm not going to report Russell.
Well, anyway, I'm just gonna take a nap before people get here. I don't know how much I'm gonna be up for tonight. If I end up not coming out, just let me sleep.
Oh, wait, was that oh, sorry, that was Julian. I'll remember these voice things eventually. I'll read the name cards eventually, guys. One day, someday.
Yeah, you and me both. Get some rest. Guess I'll see you later, or not.
Later. Okay. Oh, this is a nice bedroom. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we already saw this. That was in the morning. Look, it's just... This is a long day for me, okay? Yeah. But alright, everyone. I'll end the part here. So I hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys around.